and finalists, and we're down to the last 5. Tickets are only $10 each, and you can get yours at the WOCA studios. Or call us at 732-8000, and we can give you other locations where tickets are available. Remember, this is to help the Heart of Florida Youth Ranch, which in turn helps the many orphans in our area.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. The one thing that has happened to us, I guess, in the world is we've become better at things, and one of the things we've become better at is our health. We understand our own bodies a lot better, and one of the things I think that also surfaces from that is we get to realize what the problems are a little bit better, and so we're going to learn about one I had never heard about before. It is called Preeclempsia. I hope I'm saying that right, which is blood vessels from the uterus to the placenta that develop abnormally, interfering with the flow of blood, nutrients, and oxygen from mother to baby. And you can already hear from that there's probably a real need to understand this, to explain it to us and how we can help. I think we can help with the March of Dimes. Right? They're helping with this.
Yep, they're having a promise walk.
Dr. Siobhan, Dolan, and Jasmine Mago are on the phone with us. Dr. Dolan is the medical advisor to the March of Dimes, and Jasmine Mago is a preeclampsia survivor and a promise walk participant. Wow. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God, thank you both for being on the air with us today. Gosh, you have the same voice. I'm going to have a hard time hearing who's who. Can I start with Jasmine?
Yes.
Jasmine, okay, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How long ago were you diagnosed with preeclampsia? Am I saying it right?
Yes, preeclampsia.
And how long ago were you diagnosed with that?
I was diagnosed in 2010 during my first pregnancy.
And is it cured?
Yeah, so the only cure really is to deliver the baby. And so I started developing symptoms around 26 weeks, which included rapid weight gain and swelling. And at 28 weeks, I wasn't getting any better. My blood pressure was, around 160. And so at that time, I was told that the only cure really was to deliver my baby.
Okay, so the baby was born early?
Yeah, so he was born at 28 weeks and 2 days. And he weighed 2 pounds. He stayed in the hospital in the NICU for 8 weeks.
Wow! Without giving birth early, the baby and you could have both been hurt or died?
Yes, and I'll let Dr. Dolan talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, let's go to Dr. Dolan. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So, is this common?
Yeah, I mean, it's more common than you'd think. It occurs in about 2 to 8% of all pregnancies. And, we see some of the risk factors on the rise in this country. So, in fact, the national incidence of preeclampsia has increased by about 61% over the past 20 years. And that's because the risk factors include things like having a history of high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney disease. Obesity is a risk factor for preeclampsia, and we unfortunately do have an epidemic of obesity in this country. Being pregnant with multiple births, so like if you're pregnant with twins, that's a risk factor as well. And then here young women and then much older women are at risk. So we see the risk factor profile for preeclampsia associated with factors that are rising in our country as years go on. And so we're seeing more preeclampsia. And as Jasmine pointed out, it's a very serious condition, requires delivery of the baby once it's diagnosed. And if that turns out to be early, then we also have the complication of a preterm birth. And it really can be, quite stressful and medically complicated for both mom and baby.
So is it diagnosed because of symptoms, or do you see something with an ultrasound? How do you know what's the problem is going on?
Yeah, the symptoms are a trio of things that we would see as a provider. So the first is high blood pressure. And if you ever had someone in prenatal care, when you get towards the end of pregnancy, you actually go to see your provider every week. And one of the main reasons is to try to note high blood pressure if it's happening. So after about 35, 36 weeks, you usually go to see either your doctor, your midwife, or your family doctor on a weekly basis. And one of the key things they're checking, as I said, is blood pressure. So preeclampsia is high blood pressure, swelling, and that can be of your feet, your arm, your hands, or your face. And the medical term for that is edema, but what a woman would experience is swelling and rapid weight gain. You just feel like you're carrying the extra fluid. And then kidney problems. And the way we know about the kidney problems is by dipping the urine and finding protein in the urine. So from a doctor's perspective, it's high blood pressure, swelling, and kidney problems. From a woman's perspective, it's often a headache, changes in their vision or blurriness, and swelling and rapid weight gain. That's what a woman might experience.
So the patient, and Jasmine would be the patient in this case, she wouldn't have had these symptoms at all if she wasn't pregnant. Am I right, or am I wrong about that?
No, that's right. Preeclampsia is only a condition of pregnancy. And then once you're delivered, while you can take a few days to weeks to even months to recover, moms do recover with time after the baby's delivered.
So if you have another baby after the first one is delivered, will you automatically get preeclampsia, or can you not have that?
Not automatically, but it is an increased risk factor, so you're more likely to have preeclampsia a second time. But as Jasmine will tell us, she was more recently had a second pregnancy, and that was unaffected, so that's good news.
Well, that is good news. So the baby from 2010 is now 6 years old, and right?
Yes, he is. He's almost 6, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. And everything's okay?
Yeah, he's doing great. He just received some occupational, physical, and speech therapy until he was about 4.
Okay.
And, he was a late walker, crawler, talker, but he's caught up.
One of my favorite lakes is Lake Eola, and that's where you're having the walk, right?
Yes. So there was a walk in Gainesville on May the 7th. And I believe there's one coming up in Orlando, which is probably about an hour and a half away from you guys, on May 21st.
Yeah, that's the one at Lake Eola. That's where you can pedal the swan in the lake.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Where are you, Jasmine? And where are the?
I'm in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
So you won't be at our walk.
No, I won't be at your walk. I was at the Chicago walk this past Sunday, though.
Dr. Dolan, where are you?
I'm in New York City.
Okay. The one thing I didn't quite understand, when it's an early birth, is it cesarean or no?
It can go either way. If you are stable from a medical standpoint, and let's say you've had a previous pregnancy and your cervix is starting to dilate because you're like 34, 35 weeks, something like that, closer to term, then you can be induced and have the delivery vaginally if there's time. But in like Jasmine's case, I think she was around 28 weeks. She was her first baby, so the likelihood of inducing labor and having it be successful was very low, and so she had a cesarean section. So it's a lot of clinical judgment in there. How quickly do you have to deliver the baby? How likely or possible is a vaginal delivery? It's not a perfect science, but it's certainly a piece of clinical judgment. And very preterm, like 28 to 30 weeks, women do often end up with a cesarean section.
I imagine that the family of yourself, Jasmine, was very, very scared for you and for the baby.
Yes, definitely. But I was under great care, and, we were very lucky, that we got such wonderful care at the time. And, my son and I today, we were both very, very healthy. So very thankful for that.
That's good. So did you do anything between the first baby and the second to prevent it? Like, did you take more vitamins or something?
Yeah, so, it was a very personal, emotional decision for my husband and I to make, but, we decided, let's try again. So I did wait around
he was
4.5 years. Yeah. And, we found a specialist. I was seeing a maternal fetal medicine doctor as well, and they monitored me from day one. Through current research, I was put on a baby aspirin that I took daily. I was on a low-salt diet. I did some light exercise.
So lifestyle changes took place.
Yeah, basically it was a lifestyle change, and, I was seeing my doctor a lot more often than he probably wanted to see me, but because of my first experience, we didn't want to want to take any risks. And so, we were very blessed, and I had a healthy pregnancy, and my baby was born at 39 weeks.
Dr. Dolan, so just emphasize that if it needs to be emphasized, that lifestyle change could actually prevent it, or am I wrong about that? Doctor? Did they go?
No, they should still be there.
Are you still there? Ladies? Oh, they must have.
I'm here.
Oh,
there
okay.
she
Oh,
is.
there you are.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what happened right there. Dr. Dolan, do you want to talk about the lifestyle change? And you probably have another interview, so I don't want to keep you too long, but could that prevent it from a lady who's never been pregnant and hears this and gets scared? Okay, there's something.
This is Jasmine. I'm not quite sure. There's some technical difficulties going on.
Yeah, apparently.
To say that, that's one thing that, I know Dr. Dolan referenced before is, make a lifestyle change and really connect with your doctor to make sure that, you're in the best health.
Sorry, I'm back. I apologize. I got cut off.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about lifestyle change for the ladies who are listening right now, for the couples, not just the ladies. The men are concerned too.
Yes.
But they're thinking about getting pregnant. They've never gotten, they've never had a baby before. So now they're scared. Do they exercise more? Do they watch their diet, their salt and all that?
Yeah, for sure. And I think, the idea there is not to be scared, but to actually take action. So what we really encourage is folks to go in as a couple, like you point out, talk to their provider, their doctor, their midwife, their family doctor, their OBGYN, who's ever caring for them, and say, we're thinking of getting pregnant in the next year or so, and what can we do? There's a whole host of things, and the point is that things you do as a preventive measure make all the difference. So as examples, get on a prenatal vitamin with folic acid, get to a healthy weight. That's so important for both members of the couple, actually, and also childhood obesity is a major problem. And the best predictor of childhood obesity being low is parents who are at a healthy weight with good, healthy eating habits and exercise as part of their life. It's a whole hard to do, but it really makes a huge difference, and there's data to support that it improves outcomes. See your doctor before, plan for pregnancy, get your medical conditions under control. So if you have diabetes, if you have hypertension, make sure they're well managed. Make sure your blood pressure is in good shape before you get pregnant. And if that requires medication, make sure you're on a safe medication for pregnancy. So planning ahead is really important.
Okay. Ladies, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I want to mention real quickly, the Promise Walk for Preeclempsia is this Saturday coming up at 8:30 in the morning at Lake Eola Park. It's a beautiful time of the day, by the way, at that park, at that lake. And you'll be helping out with the March of Dimes. Dr. Dolan and Jasmine, thank you both for being on the air with us today. Good information, and congratulations, Jasmine.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. We will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. More clouds and sun and very humid on this Wednesday with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm around, especially during the afternoon and evening hours with a high of 82 to 86. Partly cloudy later Wednesday night, lows 69 to 73. For Thursday, clouds and sunny breaks with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, especially during the afternoon hours. A high tomorrow between 86 and 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Cal Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
It's crepe myrtle time in Ocala, and there's no better place around here for crepe myrtles than Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Right now, you'll find a huge selection of sizes and colors, including those hot and hard-to-find exotics like black diamond in fantastic colors like very dark red, pure white, and blush pink. And they've got those double bloom crepe myrtles, too. They're beautiful. See for yourself. Prices start as low as $4.99 on crepe myrtles, and they'll go all the way up to $299 with these. It's buy one, get one free, delivered, planted, and guaranteed. Check out all the deals like unbelievable specials on roses, a closeout on ligustrum, 3 to 5 feet tall, just $20 this week only. Check the ad for all the specials, then hurry to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3. Homegrown, locally owned in the same place since